Is pregnancy really hard for you? Do you really struggle during pregnancy? And it has even made you question whether or not you wanted to have more children because those 9 months were so hard. If you've ever felt that way or questioned any of those things I just mentioned, you are in the right spot. I am Jocelyn, your host, and this is the Positivity in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast. I strive to share with you what I've learned during my 4 pregnancies that has helped me to find more positive thoughts. Positivity is what I was going to say. Find more positivity in pregnancy. And I was astounded at how much it helped, like just my outlook and even sometimes the pregnancy symptoms. It wasn't perfect. And my caveat for this episode is that I still had moments where I struggled. This isn't a perfect solution, but it does help. And I remember when I was pregnant, I craved any type of positive help, positive support and encouragement that helped me to shift away from all of the pains and the discomforts of pregnancies. So if that is you, this is the right spot, and we are going to jump into finding positivity in pregnancy. This is my Tuesday episode, and on Fridays I do a more motherhood-focused episode, and I am glad you're joining me. I am glad you are the type of mother who is working hard to intentionally shift her thoughts to find more good thoughts around pregnancy. Let's get into it. Hi, I'm Jocelyn, host of the Positive in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast. I help pregnant women and mothers to find positivity in their season of life through changing their thoughts to work for them and not against them. I help mothers find the small, doable steps in thought and action without making drastic changes to their everyday mom life. And I can help you. Thanks for joining. This episode is kind of going to be focused on one question. And, well, there will be lots of questions. But it's going to focus around one question. And I decided to title this episode, The Real Thing That Keeps You Stuck and Miserable in Pregnancy, and that is our thoughts. Now, I know there is a lot of pain, which is real, that keeps you stuck and miserable in pregnancy, but what really amplifies it and makes all of the pain and discomfort of pregnancy worse is our thoughts. If you don't believe me, I want you to try an experiment. Try it. Try just letting your mind go how it normally does, and then try intentionally implementing different thoughts about pregnancy and notice the differences of how you feel. If you're new at this, it's going to take a little bit of time to develop that, but it will come and you'll notice that there is a difference. And despite still feeling pains and discomforts and all the things that come with pregnancy, your mindset shifting will help you have a more enlightened view and help you to be a lot happier and, more enlightened and encouraged in pregnancy rather than discouraged. So the question I want you to think on is this. While you are pregnant, what do you dwell on? I want you to think about that before I give some suggestions. What do you most frequently find yourself dwelling on? What do you dwell on? Are you dwelling on the pain? Are you dwelling on the nausea? Are you dwelling on the lack of sleep? The weight gain? The shifting in your body that makes you so uncomfortable? Are you dwelling on the movements of the baby as really painful and kind of hard? Are you dwelling on the fact that you don't even feel like yourself? Are you dwelling on the stress and worry that pregnancy can bring? What are you dwelling on most frequently during your days? If you haven't taken a moment to think about this question, I want you to just think about this question for a day or two. Don't even try and implement what I'm going to suggest you implement. Just pay attention to what you find yourself dwelling on. That is the first step in being able to shift from negativity to positivity. You might actually find that you are more positive around pregnancy than you thought you were. Me, I noticed that I was very negative around pregnancy. Every thought and almost every word out of my mouth was, I really hate this. This is hard. This is miserable. This pain is unbearable. I hate being sick. I can't do anything. Yeah, those are just a few of the many thoughts that I was thinking about pregnancy. And as I stopped to ask myself the question, what was I dwelling on? It was surprisingly and staggeringly negative. And I realized I needed to change that only I could shift what was going on in my mind. No one else could shift that for me, and I realized I needed to change what I was dwelling on. So with my pregnancies number 3 and number 4, I started trying with more intention to shift what I was dwelling on in pregnancy. Instead of dwelling on all the things I mentioned before that were causing me pain, annoyance, and frustration, I just shifted to gratitude. I have mentioned gratitude so many times, and it will be mentioned so many more times, but it is the quickest and easiest way to divert our negative energy on pregnancy to something positive. So I would just look around me and start listing off things I was grateful for. It sounds simple, but it is powerful. And with intentional switches like this, frequently throughout your day, it will help you to be able to get to a point where you find more gratitude in pregnancy. There was a point where I believed I would never feel very grateful to be pregnant because of how miserable I felt. It was really hard. It was really hard for me to grow a baby in my womb and to find that joy. It did take intentionality, it did take consistency, and it did take time. But if I can reach some level of joy and satisfaction in pregnancy, I know that you can do it too. I know that as you implement simple things like shifting to gratitude when you seem to be dwelling on a lot of negativity, it can open your mind. It can open your mind to what pregnancy really is and the utter miracle it is that your body is growing another human inside of your body. Your little human, your little baby, your little child, yours and your husband's. Gotta include him, right? It really is amazing that our bodies can do that they have the capability to feed and nourish 2 bodies at once. There is so many miracles in pregnancy. But if you can't seem to find the miracles in pregnancy yet because it has you really discouraged, really upset, and really down, just start with things around you that you are really grateful for. One that I find kind of fun to do is gadgets. Start looking around your home and thinking about little gadgets you use that are really handy and how life would be without them. So a couple little gadgets that I'll just throw out there as an examples are can openers. How hard would it be to open a metal can if you didn't have a can opener? Can you find gratitude for that can opener? What about toothpicks? Toothpicks are so nice. They have that pointy end and they're able to get some of that stuff that can get stuck in your teeth really easy. Toothpicks are so nice, and I'm really grateful that we have toothpicks. Another one that comes to mind is tweezers. I pluck my eyebrows when they grow wild and ferocious and out of place, which is frequently. And how hard would it be to have nice shapely eyebrows without tweezers? Think of some gadgets around your house or that you use on a daily basis or frequently that you are grateful for, and maybe make it fun by imagining what life would be without them and Choose to make it not negative, because we're trying to stray away from the negative, but choose to make it kind of comical and funny. Like maybe you would be pinching your hair with your fingernails the best you can to try and get those eyebrows out. But that will divert you from dwelling on the negativity that comes really easy with pregnancy. If you are really stuck and really miserable and you don't feel that you can do this mindset work, this shifting on your own, I actually have a mini course that I have developed, that God has inspired me to develop, to help when you feel like you just can't. It is just too hard. What the mini course is a lot of is in it. There's 31 mini videos on the course right now. My goal is to get it up to 42, but it has taken me a little more time than I hoped to get all those videos filmed, done, and online. But I'm working to get 42 videos, and the videos add variety. You're going to find videos in this series that really resonate with you and that speak to you. And then you'll find videos that aren't so much calling to you. But that's why there are so many, is so you have options to help you when you are feeling down. What the videos do is they run you through mindset exercises, similar to what I mentioned in this podcast, to help you shift your mind away from negativity, and also to give you tips when you need to feel the negativity, or tips when you're dealing with things that can be really hard, how to deal with that through your thought processes. The nice thing about it is you don't even have to get off of your couch or your bed to watch. If you just have a way to watch it on your phone with internet, it's right at your fingertips. I call it positivity for pregnancy in your pocket. Just pull out your positive pocket and get a dose of pregnancy, of positive pregnancy. They are short, only 2 to 6 minutes, which allows you to do them in between doing your best to survive, take care of kids, and do whatever other obligations you have. Because I know as moms, we have a million. That's why they are short. If this interests you, the link is the top link in the show notes, and it will take you to my website on the pregnancy page, and you can read more details and more information about it there. Taking care of your mind is just as important as taking care of your body during pregnancy. And I know you can do it. I am rooting for you, and if you need extra help, reach out. Look into the course. Email me with any questions you have. My email is in the show notes, and I'd love to help you out and to give you more information. Thank you for listening. Pay attention over the next couple days about what thoughts are you dwelling on. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing, but most of all, thank you for implementing what you learn into your life. Until next time. Thank you for being a part of the Positive in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast, for listening, for sharing, and most of all, for applying these tools into your own life to improve your own happiness so that you can find your own better thoughts for a better you in a positive pregnancy, in losing that stubborn baby weight, and becoming the mom you desire to be through taking small steps in thought and action to reach your goals. If you are a mother who has an inner desire to enjoy motherhood and pregnancy better, but you are having difficulty figuring it out, I can help you. I can help you find the small, doable steps without drastic changes to your everyday mom life. Reach out, let's connect, and let's see you move forward. My name is Jocelyn, and I thank you for listening. Until next time.